Hey guys, this is probably going to be the shortest video I ever cut. I'll try to keep from rambling on, but wanted to give you a brief update on how the layout's going. I've got the track, probably the top section about 80% done. I've got my bridge in place, as you can see. Got the elevator set up. Basically what I did with the elevator, I had to take the ties off down here at the end to cut the angle on the elevator and all. And then of course they did not want to line up. And still haven't quite decided how I'm going to do that yet. But in the meantime I kept thinking, how in the world can I get them to line up? Well, the solution, and I don't know if you can really, well, yeah, maybe you can see it right there. I mean, hey, you do use track joiners for everything else. Why not to line these up? I mean, it's not like the elevator is going to be constantly in use. So I just put two track joiners on the end of this piece that's on the elevator here, so that when you're up in the upper position, slide them in place, lock the rails on. I've gone over it time and time again with no issues. Undo it, then drop down to the next level, and and have the rail joiners wedge you down there and slide them back in place down there. Once, of course, I put the track down here. I haven't even started down there yet, but for the most part, like I say, about 80% done. This over here, right in here, that's going to be an abandoned track. I'm going to be doing a mountain back over in here where the elevator is and so forth. And I don't know, I just wanted it like an abandoned tunnel entrance, like collapsed, and then the abandoned track. And I'll be sticking a couple of posts in here and over in here and all, kind of rotting them up and everything to give the impression of a bridge that's collapsed or whatever and it's no longer in use. Coming along, basically this here section, the long track is going to be my open air transload building, and I'm not even sure where I set that thing or I'd show it to you. But the shorter one is going to be, as far as I can think of right now, probably going to be the Lady Tabor Yams distribution center, which really is nothing more than a glorified shack where they take the sweet potatoes from the field and load them into hopper cars and so forth to take them off to the cannery. That's what went on at Tabor City back in the 60s when they were doing Lady Tabor Yams. And I think I see, and pardon me for a minute, let me see if I can get this up here. I wasn't going to do this, but I did it anyway. And there's my open air transload building. See if I can get a decent picture. Basically, where you see the this train car here, that's going to be this rail here, and you're going to have ramps on either side of it, and then of course the building back behind here. So that's going to be that. Moving along where these box cars are going to be, and I'm probably going to extend this track a little more, but you're going to have your Tractor Supply place and also your Purina feed and seed store. So that's going to be on these two tracks, and probably going to at least extend it back beyond that extension I've got wired up right there, at least to just before the entrance to the oil company there. But I've got some of the track laid down in the back where the flaps are going to be, but I haven't nailed them in place yet. I'm going to probably be nailing them straight onto the plywood, and that's going to be the tracks that are used the smaller amount than the main line, so therefore there'll be grass and different things covering it, to denote not so much of a use. They haven't decided the industry's back there, but I am going right where that switch is. Going to branch off that switch and going to have 2 rails that run in that corner. There's going to be a cement plant there. Cement or gravel, hadn't decided quite yet. And the curved turnout, which is down below that package that has the turnouts. There's two tracks coming off that switch there, which are going to be storage for hopper cars and all that's unloading for the gravel / cement plant. And then of course you got the 2 tracks that come around, and you got the track for the oil company, and then the basically what would be, I guess, a passing track or maybe even a storage track for when they're unloading or working the oil company. And then down on the other end will be my lumber mill down in that corner over there. There'll be a couple other buildings here. There's going to be a gas station right there beside the oil company, and right beside it there's going to be a barber shop. The road's going to basically run right through the middle of that concrete, that plywood there where the hammer is, run across that track somewhere near that switch, and come on down here and basically run to these 2 buildings over here. And then of course the road up, running up to my lumber mill. So it's still a work in progress, but the main reason I made this video is I wanted to show you that I've actually got some movement on my track now, and I just wanted to kind of show you what's going on here. So without further ado, see if I've got this, and we'll find out in a minute here which way I've got it. Alright, here we go. I was having a problem in this area right here where I'm at, thinking that it was part of the track coming off that turnout that was messed up, only to find out it was the darn box car that had the problem. Finally realized that it was the same box car that kept derailing every time. So anyway, that little Seaboard switcher, you're probably going to be seeing it a lot on this track. I'll have some other engines and so forth that I will run. I don't know if you can hear it or not. It's a real quiet engine. Now keep in mind, this track is only powered by 2 leads. Okay. Alright. Now, as you notice, that car is a little bit too long to drop the elevator down. So, you know, I'll have to watch what I'm taking down below at any particular time. I've got foam there at the end, not only to stop it, but to give it something soft to hit, if it's going to hit. But, you know, if everything fits on here like it should, then of course I would grab the H handle down there, pull that red handle out, drop the elevator down. The elevator stops on that board down there and stops level with the bottom section. So I don't need any stop except for that. Don't even have to worry about locking it in place. So let's go back now, see if we can't pick up a few more cars. But I'm going to try my Genesis sound unit in a little bit, see if I can't get it to work. That was another issue I was having for a while, was right there at that elevator where it comes off. Coming on to the side. Okay, if I've done this right. Grab the 2 box cars, and off we go. But I mean, the track hasn't really been cleaned that much, and like I say, I'm powering it by one wire, which as you can see, I couldn't find my other alligator clip, but I did find that piece of track that I had 2 wires soldered to. I found one alligator clip, so I hooked it on one line that was a little short, and then the other line that was already soldered on the track. Really not a lot of power running to that thing as far as a good connection, but still it allows it to operate basically over the whole layout so far. Now grant you, I am going to run more leads, and I just realized I did not flip that switch. Okay, let's try this again. That's another thing I got to do, is install the switches so that I can keep them locked in place. Alright, let's see if we can't do this again here. Just to give you an idea. But sounds like I got, maybe on that blue car, sounds like I got a little bit of a square wheel or something on it. And there you go. Okay. So guys, that's it. Just a quick update to show you how everything's going, and to show you that it's actually working. Hopefully I'll make another video shortly showing my Genesis sound unit operating on here. Using the switcher. Now grant you, I am using some 65-foot hopper cars, so I do know the longer cars will work on here, but I want to get one of the bigger engines on here and make sure that everything's operating fine with it before I go any further. But once I get all the track laid up front, or up top here, then of course I'll start working on the track at the bottom. But for the meantime, that is it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Appreciate you watching. Comments, suggestions. Hey, I'm a big guy. I can take it. Believe me, you learn if you go as far in this, and from where I came from, you learn to take the suggestions that are made and that you care for, and the other ones you just learn to keep your mouth shut and move forward. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.